Hello Aries, these are messages for Starseeds, Light Workers, Angel Seeds, Earth Seeds, and this is messages from your Galactic family. I may not have said a term that resonates with you, so use whatever term that you feel most likely speaks to you. Take whatever message that you feel speaks to you directly and leave the rest for the person who needs to hear it. And if you like the content I create, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see when more videos are posted. And we're going to see what your Galactic family has to say to you today. We have Priestess. Are you being called? How are you being called to step up and lead? So it's not a question of are you being called up to lead? It's how are you being called to step up to lead. And I feel like you may have been getting mixed messages, as in maybe you feel like you've been getting more attention than normal and you're like, why is everyone focused on me lately? Why is all the direction pointing to me? Why are people being so nitpicky in my direction? When in the past, everything you did was fine, you know? So this could be coming from your leaders, your romantic partner, maybe even your family. They're like, geez, you know, you really could do better. Or, you know, and it's not even that you're doing bad. It's just that people are starting to see that your potential is better. And not to say that you're lazy, but people are just almost pulling you to step up, pulling you to lead, and you're just kind of like, why, get out of my space. But your Galactic family is saying, you were put here for a reason. Your mission is important. Your calling is important. So you may have experienced moments in your life where you felt kind of lost, and maybe even where you felt like you didn't belong. And then you found a job, you found not a hobby, I mean maybe you found hobbies, but you found a hole where you fit. And you're fine with that, you know, you're fine. You've got friends, you fit. You found a place where you can finally fit. And you have a set of friends in which you fit. But your Galactic team, your Galactic family is saying you weren't put on this planet to fit. You were put on this planet to lead. To lead a movement, to lead, and it's not that you're supposed to start riots or anything like that. Most movements are about love and connectivity and bringing the collective together. And I know that's like a huge thing, and maybe you're kind of mind blown right now, but that's what they really want you to know with that Priestess card, because the Priestess is almost, and she's holy. And that could be a religious thing. It doesn't, and it's not religious, it's spiritual, because religious, in my mind, religion tells people what to do and how to do it. Divinity and being a spiritual person is just encouraging people to connect to their divinity. It encourages people to connect to the higher power, to that love within their soul. And they're not telling people how to do it. They're just encouraging people to do it with love as the base of that connectivity. Next we have Moonlight Goddess. Repressed emotions, healing, and reflection. And that's another connectivity card where it's like, maybe you have some repressed emotions when it comes to leading. You don't want to be in the spotlight. Maybe when you were a child or a teenager, or maybe even a young adult, you tried to take that lead and someone just slapped you right back down and was like, who are you and what do you think you're doing? Because that makes no sense. No one's ever going to listen to you. Your ideas are dumb. Or they encouraged you to step back. They encouraged you to step down. Well, your Galactic family is saying, we gave you what it takes to lead. And that often happens when people see this light in that person, and you know, they want to take it, they want to push it down. So these emotions are being brought up for healing, for you to reflect on them, for you to realize, when did that emotion, when did that fear begin? When did it get established? You know, did you really put your heart and soul into a project only to get laughed at, only to get shut down, only to get shoved away by your peers? And then that really encouraged that I'm just going to keep quiet, I'm just going to stay in the back type mentality. Then we have let love grow. We have let love grow. And that's what your galactic family wants you to do. Establish and encourage love to grow for yourself, for your ideas, for your energy, for the person you are, and everything that you can bring to a team, to the world, to even romantic relationships, to your family, to, if you have children, to your children. Your energy is needed. Then we have creation. Being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing the unfolding of your limitless creative soul. So creation is a good way to get in your mind. Art, even if it's painting or drawing, just sitting down with a piece of paper and a pen, pencil, charcoal, anything that will stimulate those creative juices is an excellent way for you to get inside of your mind and see what's in there, you know, what's going on. Maybe those aren't things that you've been encouraged to do in your life. So what I would encourage you to do, anything creative, just to get those repressed emotions out so that you can heal and reflect, because your galactic family is wanting you to really take charge of your growth. Don't shy away from, and don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel embarrassed because you have those emotions. They're very real emotions, and they're being called to the surface so that you can deal with them, so you can heal from them, and so that you don't have to feel controlled by them any longer. Because you're not meant to be controlled. That's really what they want me to say, I feel. You're not meant to be controlled. You're meant to flourish, and you're meant to lead, not follow. Lead. Yeah, we have the World card. Your message has the potential to touch the world. And that's a big thing. I mean, these days, if you're meant to get into something that could be online, there's your direct connection with the world, right there. Or maybe you're meant to travel with whatever endeavor. And maybe you're already thinking of this. And you're like, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I have what it takes. Your galactic family is saying you do. You do. We also have the 4 and 10 of Pentacles. So, normally I don't pull these cards for this, but I wanted to see if I got anything from them. And what I get from this is you've kind of been playing it safe. You've been kind of laying down and, like, let other people doing the work. Like, not in a bad way. You've been taking your cues from somebody else. Like, I'm going to see what they do first, and then I'm going to then mirror what they're doing. Just so I don't stand out. And just so, it's almost like there's parameters, safe parameters with which you can act. And then you're not going to get too much of the spotlight. It's almost like you don't want to be too successful. And then that way, if you do fail, it's not going to be too much. It's like you're so smart. You're going to calculate how successful you'll be, but you'll also calculate how much you're going to not succeed, if that should be what happens. That's so crazy. Wow. So it's not like it's like, you know you're not going to, it's like you know that if you fail, it's not going to be that much. But you know if you succeed, it's not going to be that much either. But that's okay with you because you don't want the spotlight. What the heck, Aries? What the heck? So you've got the Hierophant, the Ten of Swords, and the Moon. So the Hierophant is like the ultimate connecting to your divinity in the masculine way card. So you could be a masculine or you could be a feminine, either way. But this is a masculine energy coming in. And you've got a lot of feminine energy over here in the Oracle cards. And then you've got the Hierophant, which is the masculine, tarot card. And so to me, you've got your galactic family all around you, like looking down on you, like, dude, chick, stop. You need to, like, whatever you're doing now, playing it safe, stop playing it safe. And this Ten of Swords right here is almost like you, it's almost like you, halting your own success. You're standing in your own way. Absolutely. Yeah, you're standing in your own way and you know it. And then there's things in the Moon. So like this Six of Wands is what's in the Moon. You being like on the top of the hill, like I'm gonna be over dramatic, but like, yeah, that's your subconscious. Like, I think that's your subconscious fears. Like, you don't want that. You don't want to be this person that everyone else is looking up to. You don't want to be the leader. The Ten of Wands is what the Nine of Wands is what clarifies the Ten of Swords, and then the Four of Pentacles is what clarifies the Hierophant. It's like, yeah, so I think what we have seen here is clearly you have been called and asked to step it up. You're here for a big reason. I think you know that. So what your spirit team ultimately is telling you, or not spirit, your galactic family, which can very, very definitely be a part of your galactic family, because when the planes of existence, they all exist simultaneously, all at the same time. Timelines exist simultaneously. Lifetimes exist simultaneously. That's why we get deja vu. We're standing there and we're like, hasn't this happened before? So I'm going to pull a few of these and see if I can get any final advice. Okay, so immediately what I got is you will get a sense of calm and peace around the water. Now, being a fire sign, I know that may be odd to you, because you probably like fire pits and stuff like that, or, you know, maybe you don't. Some of you do. But being around the ocean, maybe you like taking showers, or you like to take luxurious baths. Some of that may resonate, some of it doesn't. If it doesn't, that's completely fine. But this Queen of Water is telling me that there will be calmness around the water. Maybe you could listen to waves. If you go onto YouTube and listen to that music, that's just waves for like 6 hours, and you zone out. Your body, you might get wet. You might get, I don't know. You might get messages from your galactic family, like, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to stop doing. You could get subconscious messages from your galactic family, because the best time for them to speak to you is when your brain is calm and relaxed and kind of zoned out. And then the Seven of Air, whenever you see birds, and maybe not every single bird, but there are specific birds that when you see them, that's a message to you from your galactic family. I'm not going to tell you a specific bird type, but if you see a repeat of a specific bird, it could be a cardinal, it could be a dove, it could be a pigeon, it could be geese, or a duck, or a crow, or a hawk. But any bird that is repetitively flying in your path, that's your galactic family saying, we're here for you. And depending on how it makes you feel, if it makes your stomach kind of hurt, then that's them saying, don't do this. Whatever you were thinking about at that time, dependent on how it makes you feel. If you're happy at the time, that's a positive sign. So I really want you to pay attention to those signs. That's your galactic family trying to communicate to you through signs and synchronicities. So that's what I have for you today, Aries. I want you to remember that you're important. You're necessary. And you're being asked to upgrade. Okay? So I'll see you next time.